We're going to start getting into the step-by-step, what we need to do in order to capture the opportunity for 2023 and beyond. We're going to close this year strong for sure, but to set ourselves up to prosper these next 18 to 24 months, one, we need to master social media. Social media has become a non-negotiable. If you want to have massive scale in your business. Now, it's not a non-negotiable. There's plenty of people that have built a business without social media, but in my opinion, they're leaving lots of money on the table. One, you need to master this yourself. Number two, you need to be able to teach it to other people. So we're going to spend a good portion of today talking about the principles necessary to get social media into at least put you on a path. So social media will become one of your world-class skills. The thing that excites me about people in general, one of the things I admire the most is an artist of any type. The football players that are playing in the World Cup are artists. A cook, a chef could be an artist. A teacher can be an artist. A person creating a driveway can be an artist, right? Artists of every type. But what we have to share with you are some artists that have mastered social media. And they're here to give you a foundation of what you need to do to get on the right path, so you don't leave opportunity, or you don't waste the opportunity that's in front of you right now. Because let me ask you a question, if you're honest. How many of you have been meaning to get really good at social media? Raise your hands, please. How many of you have been meaning to do that for quite some time? Raise your hands, please. How many still have it on your to-do list to master some of these things inside of social media, right? And if that's you as leaders, imagine what your teams are doing. They're like, where do I go? What do I do? So we want to give you a roadmap and a framework in order to be able to do that. So to start, we've got one of our dear friends who, in my opinion, is world-class at social media, and he's going to be starting us down this road. So please welcome, all the way from Dubai, I believe, Mr. Fraser Brooks. Fraser, are you there? Hey, buddy. How you doing, pal? What's on your shirt? What does that say on your shirt?
I don't know if I should say. It says Vui Luton. I got it in Liverpool from a guy called Dave.
Vui Luton. Nice. Nice. Look at you. Yeah. Eating all your income. No, I'm just teasing.
No, it's investments, man.
I know. It came from investments. I know. So, hey, listen, Fraser, I'm going to get out of your way and do me a favor. Help us set the stage, train their butts off, and let's get started. Let's dive into the meat of what it takes to be excellent at social media. So everybody, give it up one more time for my friend Fraser Brooks. Fraser, take it away.
Good to see you from all around the world. Super amazing to be with you guys. So I'm just kind of get right into it. I'm going to share a little bit about my story and obviously set the stage here and set the scene here in this incredible event. So first and foremost, I just want to say a massive thank you to the GoPro community. I know a lot of you guys tuning in from around the world. You see Eric, you see Marina, but there are literally hundreds of people from all around the world that are involved in this. So I just want to give a round of applause to those guys as well from all over the world putting this kind of thing together. So big congrats to them. All right, okay, here we go. So I've got to tell you something real quick. On my desk here, I have a light bulb, and it's been on my desk for a number of years now because it's my daily method of operation. Every time I walk into this office and I see the light bulb, it reminds me of the two things that I need to do every single day. And I believe that everyone in network marketing should do these two things every single day as well. Number one, learn something new. Kind of obvious, right? But I don't know if you remember the cartoons when they learn something, and they're like, oh, bingo. And the light bulb kind of appears above their head. That's the learning something new. And the second one is help someone new. That's it. So if I can get a bingo moment myself, and then I can give a bingo moment to someone else, I win. I feel like I've grown and I feel fulfilled. So if throughout this presentation, please do me a massive favor. If you get an aha moment, a bingo moment, a light bulb moment, just drop it in the chat. Bingo. It gives me energy. I wish I was with you guys over in Las Vegas right now, but sadly I couldn't make it. Okay, so here we go. My network marketing career started in 1987. I know, but I wasn't born until 1988. So let me tell you this story real quick. My dad and my mom were so broke they couldn't afford to pay attention. And my dad rented out this big house that he lived in to 14 different strangers sharing one bathroom. So he wakes up one day, kind of cloudy-eyed, as he's scratching his eyes, going towards the bathroom. He opens up the door, and on the toilet, going about his morning routine, was someone from bedroom number 2. And my dad was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And the guy was like, get out, get out. And my dad was like, oh, no, I've seen way too much. And he starts walking down the stairs. And he has that enough is enough moment. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have had that moment. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of someone else using my bathroom when my wife, my mum, was pregnant with me. So he walks downstairs, he gets into the kitchen. On the kitchen table, he saw a picture of an Aston Martin sports car. Now, remember, guys, it was 1987. The Aston Martin DB5 was the car to have because it was James Bond's car. So he sees this Aston Martin, he's like, whoa, what a cool car. And written above it was something that said 3 words, MLM, MLM, MLM. Now, we know MLM is network marketing now. Thanks to Erica Marina, we got the network marketing profession, right? But it was MLM, MLM, MLM. 1987, my dad goes, MLM, what does that mean? I know, make love monthly. That's what it means. Make love monthly, make love monthly, make love monthly. I drive an Aston Martin, so can you. Call me now. My dad's like, I'm in. Calls the number. Ring, 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 ring. You get to invited to a presentation. Some of you guys have been to one of those presentations that you first get invited to. I was in the room, in the womb, at my first ever network marketing presentation. And the reason why I can't be with you in Dubai is because just not just yet. Get GoPro done and the baby can come. We'll be good. We'll be good. So I can't be there because of that. So I was in the room, and my mom and dad went on to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. 8 figures in the industry of network marketing. And because of that, I became probably what would be called as a perfect prospect. Imagine this. Imagine that you've made millions and millions of dollars, you have a baby and a child, and they grow up, they see the fortune, the fame, the freedom, the fun, the family, the friendship. They see everything about the network marketing business. And you think, when this boy or when this girl turns 18 years old, they are going to be my next member of the downline. Happy days, I've completed duplication. Easy. The opposite happened to me, though, because I saw everything that I needed to be successful. I thought I saw my dad, who was this crazy extrovert who would write circles and lines on a board, and he would write on a whiteboard or a flip chart or a chalkboard back in those days. And I would think, if I've got to do what he does, I am not going to be able to do it, because I had the fear of public speaking. I had the fear of failure. I had the fear of rejection. I had the fear of public speaking. And I thought, I just can't do this. So when he invited me, the first time was on my 18th birthday, I said, Dad, it is not for me. I'm not going to do this. 3 months later, he invited me again. 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 16 follow-ups over 4 years. And on the 16th attempt, I said, you know what, Dad? I'm in. And he said, Fraser, what's changed? I said, well, I was just talking to someone on social media. It was on Skype, for those of you who remember Skype. I don't even know if Skype's still going anymore. I think it's called Microsoft Teams. I was speaking to someone on Skype, and I thought, if only I had something that I could monetize this relationship with. I thought, why not network marketing? But back then, as Eric said earlier, network marketing done on social media was not really, a thing. It was frowned upon. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do this anyway. And I remember the first thing that my dad said, he said, Fraser, how much money do you want to make? And my answer would probably shock a lot of people, was $300 a month. That's all I thought I was good for. If I could just make $300 a month, then after 3 years, I could pay off my student loans and I'd be financially free. Happy days. And my dad said to me, and please write this down, because it changed my life. I genuinely believe this, and it will change your life on social media because of what I'm about to share with you. My dad said to me, he said, Fraser, what if I told you you're not going to get paid what you want, you're going to get paid on who you are? I wrote that. I was like, okay. At the time, it made no sense to me. Right? All right. You're not going to get paid on what you want. You're going to get paid on who you are. Okay? And I was thinking, okay, right. Interesting. I have no idea what that meant. And he walked me through an exercise that I want to do with you guys really, really quickly now, because it had a massive impact on me. So he said, my dad said to me, right, Fraser, imagine you're going to walk into a room and there's 200 people there. And you're going to spend some time and you're going to be able to speak to every single person in the room. Some of them you're going to speak one-on-one. Some of them you're going to speak in groups of 3. Some of them groups of 10. Sometimes you might have to get the microphone and share your story in front of all 200. But then you're going to leave the room and they're going to have a meeting, all 200 people who don't know you. They just had a conversation with you. And as a group, they're going to decide 3 words that describe who you are. And my dad said to me, he said, what would the 3 words be to describe you right now? And I thought about it for a moment. I thought, kind, caring, friendly. Kind, caring, friendly. Like, that was me. We said, okay, cool. Now, 10 years from now, so let's say in this example, on Friday, the 2nd of December, 2032, you're going to walk into a room. There's going to be 200 people in the room, different people, and you're going to be able to speak to everyone. 1 person at a time, 3 people at a time, 10 people at a time. You're going to get the microphone and share your story in front of all these 10, and then you leave the room. The 200 people get together in a meeting and they start to talk about you. All right, so what are the 3 words do we think that's going to describe Fraser? Or the 3 words we think is going to describe Ryan, or Claire, or Mary, or Sarah? My dad said to me, he said, Fraser, what are your 3 words in 10 years from now? I said, Dad, I'm going to have to think about that. So when I went away, I thought about it, came back the next day, and I wrote 3 words on my piece of paper. Value, inspiration, and energy. And my dad said to me, Fraser, that's your brand. He didn't say it in those exact words then, but he said those 3 words are what you build your entire brand around. And that's what started my journey on social media. I thought, hey, if I want to make more money, I give more value. If I want to make more money, I share my inspirational story. If I want to make more money, I'm going to be the most energetic person in the room. If I go to a Tony Robbins event, Tony Robbins better watch out because I'm going to go even harder than him, right? Value, inspiration, energy. So I want you guys at some point throughout this weekend to just make note of what your 3 words are of you right now, and what the new 3 words are of you 10 years from now. Because I promise you, if you follow what I'm going to share and what we're going to share over the course of the next 3 days, that is a complete possibility. It's a complete possibility. Okay, so let's go through the framework that Eric said I'm going to be setting the scene on. And again, some of our friends in the GoPro community are going to be gracing the stage from all around the world, and they're going to be kind of filling in some of the gaps here. So I'm really excited about this. So number 1, when it comes to this framework, is obviously lead generation. You know what? If I went back 10, 15, 20 years ago and was to get all the people I know in network marketing and say, hey, what's one of the biggest issues and what's one of the biggest problems that you face in your network marketing business? They will most likely say running out of people to talk to. We've all been there when you get told to write your list, and you cross them out one by one by one, and the shorter the list gets, the higher the desperation becomes. Until eventually you're like, Mary, please, you're the last person on my list. Just say yes. I'll pay for you to join. I just need to show my upline that I've got someone in and I can do this. It doesn't work that way, right? Your list has to keep growing. So on social media, we have this incredible tool: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, MySpace, Skype. Unfortunately, those two aren't still around, right? LinkedIn. We have all the Pinterest. We have all these different ways to generate leads. But to simplify it for now, because I'm short on time, you're going to hear more about this over the weekend, is I want to introduce you to something called the +1 rule. All right, so I'll just write here the +1 rule. Again, this has allowed me to never run out of people to talk to, and the people who I coach all over the world in all different companies, they never, ever, ever run out of people to talk to. So the day I joined the network marketing profession, my dad sat me down in his office and he says, Fraser, I want you to write your list of friends and family. I want you to write the list of everyone who you know. I was like, oh, Dad, do I have to do this? It feels so old school doing this. He's like, yeah, because if you're a pirate looking for the treasure, you have a map and it has an X on it. I was like, okay, right, piece of paper, got to do it, get it. So I go upstairs to my bedroom, which was also known as my office at the time, and I kind of get my piece of paper and I start writing the list. And as I'm writing the list, I'm thinking, I'm going to be rich when I speak to these people and they get involved. The other emotion was, what happens when my grandmother says this is a pyramid thing? What happens when my uncle says those things don't work for you? What happens when someone says, when are you going to get a real job? What happens when someone says, Fraser, that's a scam? What happens when they say it's going to work for your mum and your dad, but it's not going to work for you, right? You're not that kind of person. You're not the right kind of person. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? So I thought, screw it. I've got 137 names on my piece of paper. I went downstairs and said, Dad, 137 names and numbers, what's next? He said, I want you to go upstairs again. I want you to contact 5 of those people, and I want you to introduce them to come around to the house, invite them to the house, we'll do a presentation. So I go upstairs, contact 5 of my best friends, and I get no, 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 no. I decide to ignore his instruction, and I decided to keep going until I get a yes, because I thought I'd be a failure otherwise. I didn't want to depress my dad, I wanted to impress him. I didn't want to make him depressed, I wanted to make him impressed. So 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. No, 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 no. 27 no's in a row. Now, before I joined network marketing, I thought I was a loser, but now I knew for certain that I got the qualification of being the biggest loser on the planet. And I remember just walking downstairs, stamping on the staircase, thinking, I'm going to quit on this network marketing business. What a waste of time. Got down to the bottom of the stairs. I looked at my dad's office. I took 7 paces, but they were more like stamps. I got my right hand on my dad's office door, just about to open it to quit on my future. And I turned to the left, where you guys were, and there was a glazed window, and on the other side of the window, on the door, was my mum. She was in the kitchen, dancing like that scene from Ms. Doubtfire. I don't know if you remember that scene, but she's like dancing with the Hoover and the mop, and she's kind of going all crazy, and I'm thinking, why is my mum so happy dancing around with the mop? So I take my hand off my dad's office door, I put it onto the kitchen door, I open it up, and my life changed because of what was playing through the music, through the radio. Now I'm going to sing you the song. Although I'm from a place called Liverpool, I do not sound like any of the Beatles, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and all those guys. So please don't judge. The song goes like this. No, 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 there's no limit. No, 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 there's no limit, no reach for the sky. No valley too deep, no mountain too high. No, no limit. I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. The sirens are going off in my head. Woo, 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 woo. I'm thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. Because moments ago, upstairs, all I hear is no, 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 there's no. And I'm thinking, if my list has no limit, my business has no limit. So I've got to figure out how my list grows every single freaking day. So we created something called the +1 rule. And here it is. You take the number of people that you've invited to your product or your business, plus that day, +1 equals the number of people you add to your list. Ta-da! Simple. So you invite 12 people that day to your product or your business. +1, you add 13 people to your list. You invite 27 people to your product or your business that day. +1, great, you've got to add 28 people to your list. Oh, it's Sunday, it's a slow day, I didn't invite anyone. 0. 0 +1, You got to add one person to your list. You got to keep growing that list because it all starts. Skill number one in the GoPro book, finding prospects. It's lead generation. Okay, number two, after we generate leads. Number two is content creation. Now, we talk about attraction marketing a lot, the law of attraction. But here's the thing, I want you to write this down. It all comes around branding, okay? Personal branding is going to create the attraction marketing. So personal branding, here's the definition of branding and what I believe it is. Branding is simply a promise to your audience so they know exactly what they're going to get from you. That's it. Branding is simply a promise so your audience knows exactly what they're going to get from you. Nike promise you great trainers, right? Adidas promise you lesser great trainers. I'm just kidding. They promise you good trainers, right? Apple promises you great technology and a great phone. GoPro, the GoPro community and the virtual GoPro event promises you a game-changing, life-changing event. They're all promises. But you know what a lot of you guys think? You go, oh, but Fraser, I know like branding's all about value and I've got to give value and like, I know I've got to do all that, but like, I don't feel smart enough or I don't feel like the value that I've got to give is good enough. Please remember this, right? Please remember this. Now, this might sound a little bit weird at first, but I might have to explain it. Your duh is another person's aha. Something that makes you go, duh, of course everyone knows that, will make another person go, oh, I didn't know that, bingo. So I remember one day I was sharing a training and I shared the quote, you can make money, you can make excuses, but you can't make both. It's probably like a 30-year-old quote, probably older. And in the comments, people were going, bingo, 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 aha, wow, that's gold, never heard that before. And I was like, duh, that's been around for ages. So just because you feel that everyone knows it, still say it, right? It's all part of the branding. Next part is people will then go, oh, well, you know, when it comes to content creation, Fraser, I get it. I've got to post consistently on social media, but it overwhelms me when I've got to post on all the platforms. I'm just not made this way. I'm not high energy like you. Remember, I wasn't either. I hated technology. My dad called me his remote control. Fraser, can you come and turn my computer on, please? I was like, Dad, I'm the worst person to ask to do this because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I decided that it was going to be the only way that would change my life. So here's the advice I would give. Go all in on one platform and then work on how you can use the systems and the tools that are available right now to move your Instagram reel onto Facebook Reels, your Instagram reel onto TikTok, your Instagram reel onto YouTube Shorts. What about if you post a quote on Facebook? How can you screenshot that, crop it, and then put it onto onto Instagram? I use the memories every single day. I go on Facebook, I see, oh, that was from 4 years ago. Okay, screenshot, post onto Instagram stories. It's not difficult, but you have to, once you do the lead generation, you have to get you got to get content creation working for you as well. Because think about it, when people come across you, they are going to binge your content. They are going to binge through your content. And if there's not enough content for them to binge, they're going to stop and they're going to move on to someone else. All right. So remember, branding is a promise to the audience so they know exactly what they're going to get from you. Constantly post about the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. All right. Number 3. Once we generate leads and we create content, now we need to work on connecting. There's no point in having a huge list and having 1 million followers on Instagram and 100,000 followers on TikTok if you aren't going to connect with those people. So I get it. A lot of people are afraid. I'm afraid to hit the add friend, or I'm afraid to hit the follow button, or I'm afraid to send them a message because it feels weird. I get it. It is weird. But at some point, your father met your mother and asked them a weird question. Can I buy you a drink? Can I dance with you? Can I have your number? Can I have your number? If someone asked me right now on Facebook, hey, Fraser, can I have your number? I'd be like, hell no, go away. Of course you can't have my number. Back then, it was a weird question you asked, which led into a dance or a date, which led into a relationship. Then a few years later, you have a baby, a dog, a house, a mortgage. You have all these different things. It's weird. I get it. You've got to be the instigator and not the investigator. You've got to be the instigator and not the investigator. Now, the instigator is someone who goes, oh, I've got a comment on one of the posts that I did on Facebook. I'm going to instigate a conversation. Hey, Mary, blah, 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 blah. Be a human being. Eric says it over and over again. All business is conversation, okay? Connections, conversations, commissions. Great. It's simple, okay? So you got to be instigated. You got to instigate conversations. Whether people, you go into people, you're reaching out to them, or they're commenting, they're engaging, and you're replying, you're responding. But so many of you guys are being the investigator. You're going, oh no, I can't reach out to that person because they're in a relationship. It would be weird. What happens if their husband thought I was a serial killer? Oh, I can't kind of get into that situation because they're already in another company. Oh no, they do like crypto and all this, and I can't touch that. And oh, I can't. Stop overthinking it. So right now, I want you to put your pens down because I want to show you a scientifically proven process that will allow you to connect with anyone all over the world. So just put your pens down. I want you to put your left hand in the air like this. Okay, please do it. Left hand directly up. Okay, now I want you to tilt your left hand out about 45 degrees. Okay, and with your right hand, I want you to twist your hand so it's facing you. Okay, keep it there. Now, with your pointing finger from your right hand, give me a little finger wave. Hello, hey, bonjour, hola. Now, after 3, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. When I say go, I want you to follow what I do with my finger. Don't worry, it's going to be clean. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Congratulations. Every single one of you from around the world know how to add a friend and send a message to connect with people. Well done. It doesn't matter if you're new in network marketing. It doesn't matter if you're $1 million income earner in network marketing. It doesn't matter if you're an 8-figure income earner in network marketing. You have just done it. Add friend. Follow. Send message. Hey, Mary, just great to be connected with you here on Instagram. Like, just want to get to know you a little bit more. How's things? That's all it is. Eric was talking about weak people and like soft people. We're building a business, flipping, tapping. We're not even clicking anymore. We're not even clicking. We're tapping. Crazy. All right. Now, once we've connected, we need to move on to messaging. Once we've connected with someone, we need to at least invite them. We need to invite them. So here's one thing that I believe a lot of people get wrong in their business. And if you can let me know in the chat, I'd appreciate what you believe you sell. What in your business, what do you sell? Some of you will say skincare, health and wellness, myself, hopes, dreams, freedom, money, opportunity. I love it. Great. You're all wrong. Because what you sell is certainty. You sell network marketing, we sell certainty. So imagine this, right? Imagine you come home from work, or you come home from the gym, or you come home from walking the dog, and you turn around to your wife, and you turn around to her and say, you know what, love? I am 95% sure that you're the woman of my dreams. 95%. Like 95% sure that you are the woman for me. Women, what do you want? Do you want 96%? 96? No. You want 100%. Like, what? 100%. So when you're speaking to people, when you're inviting people, when you're messaging people, it needs to be, I am certain that this product will change your life. I am certain that this product is for you. I am certain that this opportunity is for you. In your content, you've got certainty. In your lead generation, your certainty. When you connect with people, it's not like, oh, I'm not sure if it's going to be for them. No, this is for everyone. What we've got is for everyone. And if you're not certain about something, go and find the solution to that. Go and speak to an upline, a sideline, a downline, a mentor. Go and get certain on every single thing you do, because it's going to improve your conversions massively. Oh, it may or may not be for you. I think it could help you. Or what if you just give it a year? Give it a year. Imagine being at the, you're getting married. Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Just 1 minute. Listen, love. I do love you. I'm 95% certain of that. But I'm going to give you a year. And if you're not that great, I'm going to find someone else. Come on. It doesn't work that way. The second part of this is a lot of people, especially on social media, just because they say yes to more information, right? You've generated a lead. They've seen the content you're creating. You've connected them. You've messaged them to invite them to a presentation about the product or the opportunity or the service. And they say, yeah, please send me the link. Add me to the group. You're like, yes, you get a link. You get a link. Everyone gets a link, right? You think that you're like a link sending specialist, and it's all about just get as many people onto the link as possible. Just get as many people onto the link as possible. And then when you go to follow up with them and they ghost you and they blank you, you're thinking, oh, the link doesn't work. It's the link's fault. The company needs to create a better link. It's because there's too many characters on the link. Oh, it's because the video is 7.5 minutes and it should be 7:25. It's, oh, the shirt that he's wearing, don't like that shirt. Oh, God, his glasses are horrific. What? The link's broken. It's not the link. It's because you haven't determined the difference between a suspect and a prospect. It's very important. In fact, if I was to tell you that you guys don't have a closing problem on social media, you have a qualifying problem. Because closing on social media is easy. It's a one question that you have to ask. One very simple question. But it's not a closing problem, it's a qualifying problem. Hey, I'll give you a simple script. I've got thousands of scripts you'll hear about later on, right? But hey, I'm super excited that you want the information. It is going to be gold. You're going to love it. Are you sure you can watch the information tonight so I can introduce you to a friend of mine tomorrow? If they say no, or if they ghost you, you know they would have ghosted you even after they watched the link as well, or clicked the link anyway. So you need to qualify them before you send the link. Instead of go, okay, great, here's the link. Oh, yes, got someone. I gave the link away to 78 people today. How many suspects and how many prospects? I don't know. Well, if you don't know, you can't expect that you've got the right people in front of the right information. And you're going to get motivated when you've got a true prospect instead of demotivated when you get no one respond to you. So know the difference between a suspect and a prospect. Number 5, let's put it here. Social media follow-up. So if you've generated a lead, you created the content, you connected with them, you've invited them to watch the tool correctly, knowing the difference between a suspect and a prospect, you need to then follow up. Now, I could talk about follow-up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, days, weeks, months. But here's the tip that I give you. Don't worry if they don't say yes. Oh, no, they said no. I've had 27 no's in a row. Trust me. When I got 27 no's in a row, I wanted to quit. I wanted to murder my dad. I almost did. But here's what you need to know. In my opinion, two people facing each other, online, right? Both looking at your phones. Person A, person B. Whichever direction your prospect goes, you go the same way. Or I'll explain it by showing you. That's the wrong pen to use. I'll use the green so you can actually see it, right? So your prospect goes, ooh, I want more information, please. You go, okay, great. And you can talk about the information that they want. Now, what if the prospect goes, no, it sounds like a pyramid thing. I don't like that. It looks like a scam. Okay, great. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't mind. But most people go, oh, it sounds like a pyramid thing. And you're like, no, it's not. It's not a pyramid thing. I promise you. What's that? You're chasing people. You're chasing people away. So don't worry. If people say no, it's like, hey, no worries. Next. hang on a minute. So don't worry about when people say no, because a lot of people are going to say no on social media. Statistically, you're going to get 10 times the number of no's online than you are offline. 10 times, if not 11 times now. Number 6. Sorry, closing and launching. Eric was mentioning it earlier. That says closing and launching. Eric was sharing it earlier about weak people, soft people. Is we've got into a situation now where online, when you get this framework moving, when you really get it pumping, the idea of getting 2, 5, 10 new team members every single month becomes a reality. Getting 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 can become a reality for you. But so many people get obsessed and addicted to, right, sign up, 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 sign up. Easy. They forget to launch them. And the money is in the launching. The big long-term income is made in the launching. So we have to effectively launch people. So how do we do that? Really, really quickly. There's a reason why you have an upline, a sideline, and a downline. That's what we all want, right? We all want the USD. We all want the US dollars. We all want those big commissions. The upline gets you involved. The sideline holds you accountable. The downline sets you free. So introducing an upline into the conversation, introducing a sideline into the conversation, introducing your downline into the conversation. Share the story. Hey, I got started just like you 3 months ago, and this is what's happened. I got started just like you 6 years ago, and this is what happened. There's no point in just getting sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, and not doing the next steps. Why? There'll be more people in the industry who says it doesn't work, that network marketing thing. So this is what happened to me following this framework. This is how I started to generate leads. And one day I came across a Russian guy. I was on Skype, believe it or not. Again, I was like, lead generation, right? Who do I need to find? And I found a Russian business owner living in Liverpool. Right? So again, I'm from Liverpool. And I said, hey, I would love to just speak to you on Skype. He said, no. I don't do, this is my very bad Russian accent. I don't do meeting I don't do meeting virtually. I made face-to-face. Worst Russian accent ever. Right? So I'm like, okay, come round to the house. I was 21 years old and I was absolutely petrified. Petrified. In fact, I called my mom, my dad, and my brother and said, this guy's coming around to the house at 1 p.m. If you don't hear from me by 1:15, I want you to send the police round to the house. No joke. I was petrified. So this Russian dude comes to the house. He calls on the gates. I was living at home at my mom and dad's multi-million-dollar mansion because I thought I needed the mansion to get him in. He walks up and he bounces. Right? Like just what I'd imagined the Russian guy to do. He bounces. I felt the floor shattering like it was an earthquake every single time he stepped. I'm like, okay. Now I'm 21. I was a student at the time. I think I had board shorts on and I had t-shirt with moth holes in it. I'm like, hello. My name's Fraser. Like, Privyet, my name's Sergey. I'm like, oh no. This is not going to go well. I can feel it. I can sense it. And we start to build this friendship. I am absolutely petrified because I'm thinking, I've got to ask him the question to see if he's going to like join. And what if he says no and he like wants to kill me? Like, I don't know. He said, listen, I want to build online business. You are key. I said, you are key? What's you are key? I said, you are key. I went, I don't know what you are key is. I went, you are the key. Ah, okay. You are the key. Okay, you teach me online business. Online business. So I spent a week with him. He almost didn't leave out that house for a week. Luckily, he lived nearby, so he could kind of go every night. And a few years went by, and he said to me, Fraser, we go to Russia. I'm like, no, I'm not going to Russia. There's no flipping way I'm going to Russia. Mate, I just want to make $300 a month, right? This guy who doesn't think he can do network marketing, I'll teach you some social media stuff, but like me and going to Russia, no flipping way. My dad says to me, he says, Fraser, inconvenience exposes commitment. Is this an inconvenience to you? I said, yes. He said, then you're not committed. I was like, oh. That one hurt. He said, I better get her on the plane then. So I got on the plane. 2013, April, freezing cold. We arrive in Ulan-Ude, which is eastern Russia. It was minus 25 degrees Celsius. I did not pack a coat. Stupid me. So I'm flying back. We arrive in Moscow. We do an event in Moscow. And in walks in this blonde goddess. And all I was thinking was, please do not be in the business. Please do not be in the business. Please do not be in the business. She says, hello, Fraser. My name's Svetlana. I translate you. I said, are you in the business? She says, no, I'm just here to translate you. I was like, shit, she's not in the business. Happy days. 3 years later, I married her, which is kind of like 4 years later, I married her, which is crazy. And now we're having this baby. But while she was living in Moscow, I was going to and from the UK, to build the relationship with her, build a relationship. And whilst I was in Moscow, I thought, heck, why not do what I do every single day online in Moscow? So I did. I started to connect with people, created content in Russian Facebook groups and a website called VKontakte, which was Russia's version of Facebook. I started connecting, I started messaging, and I invited people to an event. And if my friend invited people, I invited people. And I remember this woman walked in. She walked into the event, and all her energy was just in the floor. She had these dark glasses on, dark clothing on. She comes in, she wasn't really making eye contact. And I looked at her and I thought, that was me. When I started this network marketing game, she's me. And I thought, you know what? Let's teach her everything. She joined the business. Let's teach her everything about network marketing online. She started to grow a business. I was like, this is great. I'm going from the UK to Moscow, UK to Moscow, UK to Moscow. I'm building a relationship with Svetlana, and I'm building up these people in Russia who don't know how to build a network marketing business. They're all in their 50s and their 60s. They're clueless, but they're like, oh, I got 5 likes. I got 10 likes. I got 20 comments. This is amazing. I'm like, it works for anyone and everyone. And then she disappeared. I was like, oh, for those of you who built a team before, when you pour so much into someone and then they vanish, it hurts. You think, oh, what did I do wrong? What could I do next time? Anyway, fast forward a few years. 2019, GoPro, Las Vegas, MGM Grand. The second time I spoke at GoPro, I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity. I'm super jet lagged. I go on stage, I do the 45-minute keynote thing. It might have been 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I do the keynote, I go backstage, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm high as a kite on adrenaline, and I'm working my way slowly back to my seat at the back of the room on the ground floor. For those of you who were there, you'll remember. And they started doing the $1 Million Hall of Fame. And I was like, $1 Million Hall of Fame? This is cool. What a great idea. And I see one after one after one person, there was 13, 14, 15 people go across the stage collecting this award. And I was just high. I was just high as a kite on adrenaline, celebrating them, because energy is a big thing. Come on, yeah, well done, Mary, well done, Sarah, Craig, you're awesome, yeah, that's awesome, yeah, give it energy. I was loving it. And there was a VIP party behind the stage. And I was at the VIP party drinking my sparkling water. And there's about 200 of us. And I get a tap on the shoulder. Look over there, someone wants you. Turn to my right. And this woman in high heels comes running over to me, jumps on me, squeezes me so tight, I thought my head was going to fall off. And as I let go, she just goes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. I was like, was it that good? I didn't. And I looked at her bottom, I saw her sparkly shoes, started working my way up. I saw this amazing dress. I saw this amazing diamond necklace. I saw this amazing haircut. And as I looked into the eyes of this woman, it was Olga from Russia. I said, Olga, what? What happened? You're here? And she says, Fraser, I just want to thank you because I've just been on stage to collect one of the Hall of Fame $1 Million awards. Guys, as I leave here with you, I just wanted to make $300 a month. That's all I wanted to make. I had no idea the ripple effect that this was going to create by creating a very simple social media framework And honestly, if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. If you think social media is too difficult or too tough, trust me, it isn't. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate the GoPro community more than you can ever imagine. I appreciate your time and attention. And I cannot wait to listen to the rest of the event with you guys. Be like Olga. Be like the rest of the guys pushing it on social media. And I'll see you real.
Fraser Brooks, everybody, give it up, 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 give it up. My brother, soon to be daddy. Gonna be amazing. All right. We're gonna hear more from Fraser a bit later, but let me tell you something about social media specifically before we bring out our next guest. This is something that you must master. I want you to make a commitment, write into your notes, I will master social media, period. I will master social media, period. I tell you, social media is what started Network Marketing Pro. Truly. It's like 14 years ago. I was sitting there watching what was going on. Jim Rohn was failing in health, and I remember thinking, how cool would it be if he had a camera in his pocket and he was putting things out on social media, all of his adventures, and had this library of value. That would be super cool. And Facebook was just starting, and my kids, I'm like, I'm gonna do this Facebook thing. And my kids are like, no. If you get on Facebook, we're getting off. This is only for students. You're going to be a creepy old guy. This is just for, kids in school. Stop it. Oh, gross. This is the grossest thing ever. And I'm like, no. I feel like this can be something, a way to be able to connect to an audience and all that stuff. And then I got a hold of Gary Vaynerchuk, and I went out to Wine Library. He was doing a wine vlog every day. People were watching, like 80,000 people a day were watching him taste wine from New Jersey. I'm like, that's so cool. So I went and reverse engineered. This is February of 2009, and left New Jersey and said, I'm going to start. I'm just going to start. I don't know how. And most of you, I would just tell you, you just have to start. And you'll figure it out as you go. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. So I started on my birthday, which was in March. It was less than a month after I left New Jersey. I said, I'm starting in March. And I didn't know, I bought a bunch of equipment that I never used, cameras and mics and stuff that I never used. And then it came out with the flip camera. Remember the flip camera? Before all our phones replaced all of that, but the flip camera, that was cool. I could put it in my pocket, I could make videos wherever. I learned a little editing software. Because you remember some of the early ones with the little green intro, the little guitar strumming thing, that would play as the intro. I had somebody make that. It cost me like $2,000 to make that little intro. I had that open and to close, and I'd make my video and I'd squeeze it in the middle, and then somebody taught me how to export it into Final Cut Express, and then I took it from there and I put it into WordPress, which put it on a website, and then I got a link from that, and then I sent an email out to everybody, and then I started posting on social. Hey, this thing is there. Go check it out every day. And I started to build an audience, and I learned what worked, what didn't. I learned how to communicate with an audience. I will just tell you, from that, this happened. Just from starting a conversation with the world about what I was passionate about, what I cared about, what was important to me. And we had all these journeys, and it's a business of constant evolution and constant change, constant adaptation, little adjustments. What you'll hear from Alex and Jesse Lee and others over the course of this weekend is, it's not something where like you're done with learning social media, because what all of these people that are utilizing this, what they've learned in the last 12 months is more than what they learned all prior to that. So yes, you're going to apply some things, but you're going to constantly say, oh, this is working now a little bit different. This algorithm's working a little bit different. Here's this new platform that's working a little bit better. Reels, TikTok, All these different things, lives. What other platform can we use? What other ways that we can reach people? So what I'm going to tell you, one, I will master social media, period, end of story, okay? Two, I will get the best coaches in the world to shorten my time to become great. Get the best. How would you like Fraser to move into your house with you and every day sit down in the morning over breakfast and say, okay, here's what we're doing today. Let me show you. Click this button, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. We're going to do this 10 times today and do everything else. How many believe that if Fraser moved into their house, into your house for 90 days, let's say, that you would have more success? Raise your hands if you believe that you'd have more success. Tomorrow I'm going to give you the secret sauce for total change in your life. Part of it's coaching. That's the secret sauce. That's part of it. You're learning, right? And doing. You learn from the doing. You learn from figuring this stuff out. And most of us are so busy reacting to our business that we don't have time to work on our business. Work on the new skills necessary. So we're repeating old skills and we're getting some results, but we're not innovating. Innovation is going to be rewarded in the next 18 months more than it's ever been rewarded in network marketing history. And complacency is never going to be more punished than the next 18 months, for real. Okay? So you got to learn to innovate. You got to get strong. You got to get started. You got to get good coaches. Write into your notes, I'll get the best in order to be able to move the fastest. I'm going to get the best. And the other thing I would just tell you, start where you are and learn as you go. Start where you are and learn as you go. Here's what's the most important for all of you. Keep moving forward. Every single step. I saw this very interesting documentary. It's called Stutz. Anybody see Stutz? S-T-U-T-Z. Have you seen it? If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's about Jonah Hill, the actor, and his therapist, and talking about how this therapist helped him. And one of the concepts that he describes, I'll draw it for you later, is what he calls a string of pearls. You know, so a circle with a line to a circle to a line to a circle to a line. You can imagine, right? So the line is moving forward. The circle is the next thing. Taking the next step. That's the most important thing. And he said, and he draws a little dot inside of the circles, and he said, that's a turd in the middle of that action. That means something didn't work exactly the way you wanted it to work. But it's still okay, because the biggest point that you need to make is you took another step. So for social media, you take another step. And you open up a TikTok account. And then you take another step. And you figure out YouTube another little way. You take another step. You take another step. You figure out Reels. You know what I mean? You figure out your voice. You figure out your brand. You figure out how to generate a community. What's most important is that you don't stop stepping forward. Some of you have been stuck, repeating the same thing, hoping for things to change. You need to take some new steps to move forward. That's what all of these people are designed to help you make those steps, okay? So you ready to keep moving forward? Yes? Raise your hands. Yes? Keep learning, keep growing. That's the most important thing. Keep moving. Keep moving. Decide to become world class. I will become world class. People in my company will, when they think about who's mastered this, they're going to think about me. When they want to do a training at the convention, they're going to ask me because I'm going to be clearly the best at doing this. One other thing I will tell you before I bring up our next speaker is you can be a media company right now, this minute. You have in your hand the tool to be a media company. And what I would say as a media company is you need to be everywhere. You need to be loud. You need to be everywhere. The more you're seen, the more you're talked about, good or bad, it's good for your business. The currency of attention is worth an enormous amount of money. If you're not having enough conversations with more people, you need to be everywhere. You need to do it more. Like my friend Grant Cardone, you got to 10x your output. I heard a great phrase from one person that said this: put out more content than you consume. Think if you had to live with that as an absolute. Every video you watch, you have to put out more than what you watched. Every article you read, you got to put out an article more than what you read. If that was the case, how much would you have to put out? A ton. Guess what everybody else is trying to do? They're trying to monetize your attention. You need to monetize theirs. Network, the social media platforms need to work for you instead of you just working for them. They need to be part of your algorithm, not you just being part of their algorithm. You understand what I'm saying? This is a massive opportunity and a massive tool, but you have to step in and start. Get the coaching, make the decision, I'm gonna be great, all right? So one of the people that is not only a great social media expert, as far as building a big brand, he's one of the top builders around the world, dear friend. And when I think of work ethic, he's one of my top 10 people in the world of network marketing when it comes to work ethic. This guy works. This guy puts in the time. This guy is in front of people around the world. Works on his brand, works on his team, he's on the stage virtually all the time or on an airplane. He's here, he shows up to work and he's here to work for you. So ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor and give a big round of applause to Mr. Alex Morton. Come on out, Alex. My man.
Excited to be here, sit down in a peak state. If you're watching from all over the world, hey, let's make a lot of noise for all the people that are tuning into the greatest event on the planet. Make some noise one time. How many of you have made the decision that 2023 is going to be your greatest year ever? About a level two. Let's try that again. All right. If you've really made the decision that 2023 is your best year ever in your career, say yes. All right. I'm big on energy. Okay, I'm big on energy. And Eric Worre and Marina Worre, they got a lot of energy. So really quick, let's give a massive round of applause to Eric and Marina. Absolutely phenomenal. I was talking with Eric backstage and I said, man, 10 years ago in like 4 months, I was on the Rising Stars panel at Network Marketing Pro. I'm like, I can't believe it's been 10 years since that moment. So imagine what you can do between now and 10 years from today. Because this is what I believe. This is what I actually know. I don't know a lot about speaking German, French, a little bit of Spanish, but when it comes to this business, I absolutely know how to build this thing big. Absolutely. And I can help you increase your belief system today, build a brand on social media, and go out in 2023 and absolutely crush it. Because it's easy to see that the world's completely changed. Right? Would you agree? Like the world's changed dramatically, okay? You got to get in tune with social media. You have to get in tune with building a brand. So before we talk about building an iconic brand in 2023, all right, we have to define what you truly want in your life. Because when I was 21 years old, getting started in network marketing, I had no network, I had no net worth. I come from upper middle class-ish Columbus, Ohio, and I got started into this profession, selling energy drinks, vitamin supplements, teas, and coffees, and I fast-track success. I gotta be careful not to make income claims, but I'm telling you, there are a few shifts. Everybody say shift. If you can make a few shifts in your mindset, your skill set, and building the brand, your strategy, you can completely knock it out of the park in 2023, because the world economy needs network marketing. Would you agree? The world economy needs leaders. Would you agree? But it's going to take you to become tenacious about your product and service. So many people are way too quiet about what it is they do because we're scared about what other people think. So on social media, sometimes we're afraid to promote the products and service, to talk about what's going on in the world, how you can help people. The reason why I've been a part of over $2 billion in sales in about 10 years in this profession is because we teach a certain method and strategy on how to crush it on social media and how to crush it in your business. Because there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in the network marketing profession. Would you agree? So what separates the top 1%? And I want you to fix your mindset on not $100,000 a year, fix it on $100,000 a month. Because my mentor, Bob Proctor, who coached me for 13 years before he passed away last year, he said, stop thinking about just the yearly income. He said, I want you to focus on turning your yearly income into your monthly income. So we're going to talk about building an iconic brand here today. So define, hey, what do I truly want to build in 2023? Like, what is your vision for 2023? What do you want to create in 2023 for you, your organization? And we should be taking notes all over Zoom. You should be taking notes. I take notes. Eric is talking up here. I am taking notes, okay? It doesn't matter how much money I've earned. It doesn't matter how many thousands of 6- and 7-figure earners we've helped create in the last 4.5 years. I'm still learning from everybody I can. And that's something you got to understand. This weekend, the people on this stage, they know some information that you may not know. And that's why they might earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a month or a week or every few days. So let's define, hey, what do I want and what does success mean to me? Okay? So now the 4 fundamentals on building an iconic brand. And this is simple stuff. I had a 2.9 GPA in high school. I applied to a couple different universities. They all told me you can't come in, except for Arizona State. I get started in network marketing. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm running around college campuses. I'm strapping inflatable cans of energy drinks on top of other people's cars. I'm honking the horn. I'm hiring guys and girls to wear t-shirts all over campus. I didn't know what it is I was doing. Year 1, I earned $13,000. Year 2 was 116. What changed was I started to listen to people that had the results that I want. Like I said, even at this point today, I have mentors like Grant Cardone, Ed Milet, Eric Worre. I spend time on the phone with people like Rob Dyrdek about social media. Guys worth $700 million. Husband, father, successful entrepreneur. So like Eric said, who are you listening to? Who's your coach? Who's your mentor? You should have a plethora of people that guide you on how to have a successful life or remain where you are, remain stagnant. Because there are 18-year-old kids on YouTube today earning millions of dollars, making videos about A, B, and C, and D, okay? You got to make the mental shift to learn some new strategies. So fundamental number 1 is keep it real and keep it raw, okay? Everybody say raw. Okay, keep it raw. Just be you. Make some selfie videos. You don't need to hire producers and, content creators, right? We were doing that 4 or 5 years ago. If you go on my YouTube, you can see all these well-produced videos. But then I started to watch people like Kevin Hart, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, right? They're shooting selfie videos in a gymnasium, and they're getting shared millions of times. So you can be you. You can be watching this on Zoom right now, and you can make videos in your office, in your dorm room, and just get it out there into the world. Because people can smell the nonsense and the BS a zillion miles away. So when you're real and you're authentic and you tell your story, right? We all know facts tell and stories what? Stories tell. Tell your story. My story has made me lots of money. Okay? Tell your story. Tell your story. Tell your story. Tell the world. And don't be afraid about what your neighbor thinks. Don't be afraid about, oh, well, you know, there's Google articles calling my company a scam. Okay. If you Google anything on YouTube, if you Google any company, you will find scam reviews on every single company in this profession because people don't understand what we understand. This is a better way. Would you agree? Fundamental number two. Okay, fundamental number two, begin with the end in mind. See the brand, see the business, see the leaders you're attracting into your organization. Begin with the end in mind. At 21 years old, I saw myself becoming a millionaire. And I had my aha moment at a GoPro event, 2013 or 14. I saw a man on a stage in a red jacket talk about earning $1 million a month. And everybody around me said, nobody makes $1 million a month, only he makes $1 million a month, and it's not possible. And I wrote it down in my little notebook. I was making $40,000 a month, and I said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning $1 million a month. And it didn't happen in a week, it didn't happen in a month, it didn't happen in a year, but it happened. You see, when we write something down, we send it off into the universe, energy must come home. I believe anything is possible, especially in the profession of network marketing. So see yourself where you want to be. Okay, see the brand, see the partnerships, see the relationships. You have no idea how much power you have in your pinky finger. You have enough power in your pinky finger to light up this whole damn studio. Does that make sense? So stop playing small. Stop playing small and stick to the strategies. Fundamental number three. Right? You want to go out there and you want to get results. The mentality I have is, why should people listen to me? I love this industry. I had 5 people come up to me back there who used to be either in my organization or across an organization. And they're like, hey man, you're still our mentor. We're in another company. Some of them are in the same space. And I'm like, congratulations. It's amazing. It's awesome. Some of you have such a scarcity mindset. Oh, I can't be friends with him. I can't be friends with her. They have a similar tea or, laxative juice or skincare or digital education. You have to build what you want in your mind, and scarcity will kill you. Be abundant. I turned my yearly income into my weekly income because I stopped only focusing on how Alex can make money, how Alex can get rich. Lots of people make 6 figures. How long are you going to do it for? I made 6 figures. What, one time? Congratulations. Okay? I may say some stuff that ruffles some feathers. That's perfectly fine, man. I'm not here to be, your buddy. I'm here to be maybe your big brother or some of you, your younger brother, just to give you the truth. Because the truth is the only thing that will set you what? That's it. And some of you, you're not getting the truth. In this room, you get the truth. Eric Worre gives you the truth. And he's unapologetic about it. He tells you the way it is. But you must learn, and then you gotta go apply. So what are some strategies? What do I do on, say, Instagram? We post every single day. I post it on the Uber over here. We post every single day. We record live videos. We record talks like this. Every event I speak at, I've traveled to 77 countries in my career. From Lagos, Nigeria, to Phuket, Thailand, to Johannesburg, South Africa, to Cancun, Mexico. I've been just about anywhere and everywhere, except for probably Antarctica, okay? And we record everything, we produce content, we send it out into the universe. The majority of the 7-figure earners I've sponsored in the last 24 to 36 months, almost all of them came from social media. Because by the time I get on the phone with them, they know my dad's name is Mark. They know my little sister's name is Maddie. They know I got married a couple of years ago. They know everything about me. So we already have a relationship. Okay? There's no perfect leader, but you have to think about, hey, what makes me different? Why should they sign up with me? See, some of us, we make 100 grand a year, 100 grand a month, and then we forget the basics and the fundamentals. The reason why few people have a 10-year career in this profession earning oodles and oodles of money is because they get comfortable, they get complacent, and they think, I've already built it, I'm the man, I'm in the $1 Million Hall of Fame. Dude, you gotta get over that, man. You got to get on the phone with people that are doing way bigger and more than you. That's why I talk to people like Grant Cardone. That's why I talk to people like Eric Worre. I talk to people that stretch my imagination, that stretch what's possible. Because it's not even about the money, it's about the person you have to become to earn the money. And if you can be authentic and have a heart for helping people, people will always, always follow you. If you're great, you could go to a makeup company tomorrow, or an insurance deal tomorrow, or a digital real estate company tomorrow, or a skincare company tomorrow, and go smash out the competition. But you can't do that until you build an authentic brand, a reputation of who you are. Okay, so post daily, go live on Instagram, engage in the comments, engage in the direct messages, build relationships, or hire somebody to do that for you. Okay, because social media is a way you can get other people to know who you are, where you come from, what you stand for, and where you are going in the future. Okay, I get pissed off when people talk about, you know, what I did in 2012 or 2013 or even 2019. I get mad because my set point is on the future. My set point is me at 35 years old. You have to see yourself in the future. Okay? Don't let your current reality and your current team hold you back of where you're destined to go. How many of you know you're God's highest form of creation? How many of you guys actually know that, right? Okay. Religion, that book, this book, it's all the source. I'm not going to get started on that, but it's all the source. If you study it enough, you understand, hey, I'm created in the image of God, who's all present, all knowing, and all powerful, so I can create like my creator. And once you understand that, everything else is a wrap. Building a brand will come seamlessly to you. It will be effortless to you because you enjoy it. You love it. And you become consistent at it, and you build a reputation. Number 4 is, this is a big one. People say, well, Alex, what do I post? What should I do? What should I talk about? You know, I don't want to just shove my product and service in people's faces. You shouldn't. I had people come up to me back there. They said, dude, what company are you even in anymore? I don't even know what company you're in anymore. I'm like, that's the point. You want to be given so much value, you attract people to you, not even the company, product, or service. Because if the only thing you can lean on is how amazing your product is, what happens when that product goes away one day? Because I've said it a million times, this is my last company. I love when people say that. This is my last company. I've said that 3 times now, man. I'm not trying to be Mr. Doom and Gloom, but trust me. The relationships matter more than you saying, oh, well, this is it, guys. It is tough to be an Amway. It is tough to be a Mary Kay. It is tough to be an Avon. I feel blessed and fortunate to be where I've been for almost 7.5, 8 years. What's more important? Keeping the network together, your reputation, your credibility, who you are. So if something does happen, hey, I want to join you because of who you are, not because of the juice of the skincare or the product of the service. Am I making sense? Yes or yes? Okay? So hey, what do I love to talk about? Okay, what are my core 4 things? I talk a lot about spiritual awareness. Obviously, my mentor, Bob Proctor, I met him, I was making $400 a month. And he coached me for 13 years. He's, in my opinion, the greatest educator to ever walk planet Earth, right? So obviously, I'm going to talk a lot about the things that he taught me that changed my life. What's the information that changed your life? What's the content that changed your life? Talk about that. You may think everybody understands goals. Most people don't even set goals. People say, what's the goal? What do you mean? People don't even think. And they don't even know that they don't even know. Hey, man, what's your goal for 2023? What are you talking about? People have no clue that they don't even have a clue. Educate them. You want to educate, you want to inspire, and you want to entertain. You want to entertain. Post some funny stuff sometimes. Show people that you're a human being, right? Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, man. But you want to go out there and build an iconic brand. Go out there, educate, entertain, and inspire. For me, it's spiritual awareness. It's creating momentum, right? It's leadership. It's team building. It's sales mastery. Educate people on that. All right, go out there and build a brand. Okay? So now I want to spend I got really short time here. It's okay though. So what I want to spend 2 minutes on here, okay, is turning your yearly income. Eric said keep going. Okay, we're good. So how many of you really want to turn your yearly income into your monthly income? Say yes. right? So yes, I want to. Let me tell you something. And this is why I'm loved in this industry, and there's some people that can't stand me, but guess what? I get paid either way. I'm a nice guy. I really am. But I tell you the way it is. I tell you the truth. And the results always tell the story. You got to develop a backbone. You have to develop tenacity. You have to develop energy and enthusiasm. There are lots of companies with the products your company has. You may think there aren't, but there are. And there's other ones launching next year. These AI techs, I'm getting pitched some stuff. I'm getting pitched startups right now. I'm thinking, how can that produce that? It doesn't even make financial sense. It doesn't matter. So knowing what we know is true, you got to get prepared. You got to build this brand. You have to say, you know what? I'm going to lean on me. I'm not going to lean on anybody else but me. One of my first mentors said, fire your upline, Alex, and look yourself in the mirror and say, if it's to be, it's up to me. Okay, for those of you at home, say it with me. If it's to be, it's up to me. And take that to heart. Take that to heart. Because one day you will outgrow your mentor anyway. How amazing is that? If you're a great enough student, you will outgrow your mentor potentially one day. Nothing makes me happier than seeing people that I may have coached and mentored back in 2012, 2014, 2017. And they're like, hey, bro, I went to this company and now I'm making X amount a year. I'm like, dude, that is freaking ridiculously amazing. Because once money is a non-object in your life, you're going to then lean on purpose, fulfillment, and contribution. Like 2023 for me, my theme is contribution. Okay? Because if you invest the right way, you don't got to worry about money anymore. So I'm going to go through it right now. It's 3 steps. How many steps? 3 steps. First step in turning your yearly income into your monthly income is fantasy. Build it into fantasy. Build it in your mind. Elon Musk with Tesla. Steve Jobs with Apple. Eric Ward with Network Marketing Pro. These were all built in the mind. Because you'll learn tomorrow probably how to prospect. You're going to learn how to present. You're going to learn how to invite people the right way. If it was just the skills, everybody would be rich. It's the mentality. It's the winning edge. It's the winning mindset. It's the positive mental attitude, right? So fantasy, what do I mean by that? I mean, build it in your mind. So what do I really mean at a deeper level is you got to be able to close your eyes this weekend and have your moment and build the business and the career and the organization that you truly desire. See yourself driving that car or living in that house or building that organization. See yourself where it is you want to be. That's what we teach our people, and that's what they go ahead and do. Whether they do it in the first company, second company, third company, or fourth company, eventually they're going to build it and it will come to pass in the physical reality. So build it in your imagination. Okay, step 2 is theory. When I say theory is, what Eric just talked about is, who am I going to listen to? Who's going to give me the blueprint? Maybe it's John and Nadia Milton. Maybe it's Jesse Lee Ward. Maybe it's my great friend Stormy Wellington tomorrow, right? Maybe it's Eric and Marina, right? Maybe it's a collection of everybody that spoke on this stage. But now I got to say, okay, these people have the result. That's what I did. At 21, I Googled and YouTube the top money earners in this industry. I can give you their names right now. I studied everything. The way they spoke, the way they trained, the way they tied their shoes. I used to sneak into skincare company's events in Phoenix, Arizona to listen to one man speak so I could take notes on his tonality. That's what I did. And then a couple years ago, when I saw the guy with the red, I've shaken the guy with the red jacket's hand one time. And I've modeled everything, and now I'm modeling other people. Now I look at Eric as role model. I look at Grant Cardone as a role model. Emma Lett, I look at a role model. Who are you modeling right now? Well, I made $1.7 million this year in network marketing. Congratulations. I love you to death. What's next? You can always be, you can always do, you can always have, and you can always give more. Okay? So in the theory, hey, who am I listening to? What's my blueprint? And then fact is now I got to get emotionally involved with this idea, and I have to back it up with intense emotion. I was doing a training call yesterday on Instagram with Stormy 2 days ago, and we were doing like a Q&A thing. And it's like, what's the big secret? And I'm like, man, the big secret is it's so simple. Jim Rohn, it's so simple. It is a few daily disciplines done every single day. Alex, my business isn't growing. How many new people have you talked to in the last 9 days? How many presentations have you done in the last 14 days? How many markets have you traveled to in the last 90 days? I got a Europe tour planned for April. We're going to 17 countries in Europe. End of February, I'm going somewhere for the first time. I'm going to Kazakhstan. Yeah, Kazakhstan, man. We put 2,000 people in the room, bro. Let's go. We're innovating. Our company's innovating. We're doing different stuff, right? So what's your plan? What's your game plan? Eric knows what he's doing in 2024. You got to know what you're doing tomorrow afternoon. Okay? Prepare for success. And last but not least, you guys, what am I choosing to focus on? Number one, what am I choosing to focus on? Okay, I'm going to wrap this thing up. What am I choosing to focus on? Well, I can choose to focus on all the negativity in the news, all the different civil wars going on, the inflation rate, the political clown show. I can choose to focus on all these wars, all this craziness, or I can choose to focus on where I'm going. Because in 2023, when things take another turn, it is going to be massive momentum for some of you in this room. Because when there's chaos outside, there's momentum inside. Don't let the outside circumstances infect you or affect you. Build that positive, winning self-image. Focus on what you need to focus on. Number two, what are my daily methods of operation? This is the way I wake up and I pray. I wake up and I'm grateful. I wake up, I kiss my wife, I think about what I'm grateful for, I pray to God, I write down my goals, and then I get to work. That's what I do. That's what I do every day. I've been doing that since for 12 and a half years now. Stick to daily methods of operation. Prospect every day. Present every day. Promote events. What's the next event you're promoting for? What is the next event you are sold out all in promoting for? Okay? I made $1 million before I was 25 years old because I got people's butts in the seats. Back in the day when we did MGM Grand, GoPro, man, I had thousands of people in those chairs, okay? Promote events, and last but not least, guys, you gotta build desire. Everybody say desire. Build a burning desire for success. Follow the right direction, and then make a decision. When you look at the word decide, you see D-I-E, which says die. For you to really decide, certain things in your life gotta die. Suicide, homicide, decide. What do you need to kill off to go to the next level? What are the habits? What are the paradigms? What are some of the relationships you have to kill off to go to the next level? So guys, listen up. 2023 is going to be the absolute greatest year ever in network marketing. You're in the best room on the planet for network marketing. Okay, I love every single one of you. I'm proud of every single one of you. And I'm telling you right now, if you can see it in your mind, you absolutely can hold it in your hand. Success is yours. God bless. Thank you.
Alex Morton, everybody. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Put some fire in the chat if you got some value. Just for everybody's planning purposes, those of you who are hungry, whether you're middle of the night or during the day, we're going to eat in 25 minutes. We're going to have lunch break in 25 minutes, okay? But in the meantime, here's what I want you to think about. Because we can't make you world class at social media today, but we can set you on a path. And what's the biggest step in becoming world class? What do you think it is? Make a decision. Make a decision. Not a hope, not a we'll see, not a I'm gonna try. It's just, I'm doing it. So I'll give you an example of a decision that upping my game, right? I'm gonna do a television show from this studio on this stage in 2023 called GoPro, which is going to showcase the world's greatest experts at every possible imaginable skill or talent. Celebrities, global thought leaders, the whole thing. In the studio with a live audience. It's going to be a weekly show. We're going to broadcast it on social at first, and I think we'll end up selling it to Amazon Prime or Netflix or something. One of the big platforms is going to get it, going to end up getting it, but it's going to be epic. We're working on all the development of it right now, and guess where that whole show starts? Decision. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. We got this location. Can you imagine? An ultimate, amazing, spectacular set with an incredible virtual background, live audience members from around the world watching while we film, plus a live audience of 300 people as we put that together and broadcast the most interesting people on planet Earth on being amazing. And we'll weave a little network marketing into that world-class conversation. But make a decision. Okay, so here's what I'd like you to do. We're gonna split you into groups virtually. So check in. We're gonna have lunch, a 1 hour lunch break in 25 minutes. But in the meantime, just for the next 12 minutes, we're gonna split you into groups of 4 or 5 people. I want everybody to share 2 minutes. How would your business change if you mastered social media? What would change in your business if you mastered social media? That's all I want you to share. What would change in your business if you mastered social media? I want everybody to share, including those of you who are here. We'll have time to take a break and go to the bathroom and have lunch and everything else. But for now, play all out. Do that the next 12 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what we learned together, okay, before we take our lunch break. See you in 12 minutes.
All alone in the box tonight, the sun's still like my memory. memories linger. My heartbeat, yours rewind, but still I check on my trigger finger. One last move, it was time. The drunk beat comes to the final winner. The body was the good body. I can see I'm almost in love with you. The day before I leave, no chance left to choose. Keep waiting on us now, you're just a loop. I can feel it almost loving you. I can see it all love, love, all love, love. Keep waiting on us, all love, love, all love, love. What about a hit? What about a hit of your love? Start to shake with your hand. Will it ever click? Will it ever click? Are you a freak? You turn and face me. Maybe this time I'll choose. What about a hit? What about a hit of your love? Start to shake with your hand. Will it ever click? Will it ever click? Are you a freak? You turn and face me. Maybe this time I'll choose. What about a hit of your love? Start to shake with your hand. Will it ever click? Are you a freak? Maybe this time I'll choose. What about a hit of your love? Start to shake with your hand. Will it ever click? Are you a freak? Turn and face me. Maybe this time I'll choose.
Moi je m'appelle Lolita. Du pareil au même. Moi je m'appelle Lolita. Quand je rêve loup, c'est le Lola qui saigne. Quand fourche ma langue, j'ai là un fou rire aussi. Faut qu'un phénomène. Je m'appelle Lolita. L'eau de ville aux amours diluviés, c'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout près à se jeter sur moi, c'est pas ma faute. Don't see it coming, it hits you hard. Can't even try to outrun it, cause it's too far. I'm hearing all kinds of stories that love it's hard, but I don't think that's true. No, not for me and you. There's no need to take it slow. Know how this is gonna go, and I can't hide it. I can't fight it. A little too excited. Water's going up and down. We're just spinning, going round, and I can't hide it. I can't fight it. A little too excited. I'm just a little nervous. I might blush. Don't know how else to say it. Got a crush, and I wanna make you mine. And tonight I will try. There's no need to take it slow. Know how this is gonna go, and I can't hide it. I can't fight it. A little too excited. Water's going up and down. Mind just spinning, going round, and I can't hide it. I can't fight it. A little too excited.
Yet I found a passion in my love for you, 'cause it's the thing the way I do.
2 minutes, everybody, 2 minutes.
Loved by your charms, you got me
It's sad we're not together, but I wish happiness for you. I know we said forever. Love don't always make it through. Sometimes even the good things get lost along the way. We opened up the same book but found a different page. 'Cause honesty, your loyalties, insecurities, and priorities ain't the same. For harmony, it's the only thing I can say. I wish you well. 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 I wish you well.
1 minute, everybody. Start finding your way back to your seats.
Priorities and priorities ain't the same. For harmony, it's the only thing I can say. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I hope that you remember
20 seconds, 20 seconds.
that I was always good to you. And even though you hurt me, I just had to see it through. Sometimes even the good things get lost along the way.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let me hear you. Are you there? Hey, Shala. Hey, Amelia. Hey, Joanne. What's up? What's up? What's up? Wilson. Angelina. Hi. All right. All right, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Now listen, why do we ask you to share these things? Because guess how we think. How do you think we think? What causes us to think? The human being. What causes us to think? Speaking. Think about how much of your decisions have come from you speaking it into existence versus you just sitting there staring at the wall. Speaking is vitally important. That's why we ask you to share, because as you're sharing, it takes on a different weight, right? So I want you to be thinking about how you're speaking things into existence, how I'm speaking a television show into existence, how we're speaking a team into existence, how we're speaking our social media excellence into existence. So I asked you to share what would happen. Now I want you to think, you don't need to share it. What would happen if you never master social media? What percentage of your total potential would you be giving up by just not getting this over with? Now you can do it one of two ways. You can spend the next 10 years slowly dripping and figuring it out, or you can rip the Band-Aid off and just get it done. I'm talking about get it done as far as having a base, right? You're going to be tweaking the base, but having the base is really, really a big deal. I need a mic, please. I want to pick 3 people from the audience to share how your business will change when you make this decision to crush your social media. And I want to pick 3 people from home. Let me pick 3 people from home first. Who wants to share? Raise your hands if you want to share. Let me see. It's moving around. We're going to go with Brenda Coravabus, or whatever, in room 6. Brenda. We're going to go with Juan Carlos Valdez, also in room 6. We're going to go with, who else we go with? Let me pick. Clifton Ryan in room 4. Okay, those 3. Who's 3 from in the room that would like to share? We're going to go here, we're going to go there, we're going to go there. These 3. Introduce yourself.
I am Brenda from Seattle, Washington. And honestly, I've dabbled in social media and had some success, but I kind of start and stop. So I'm committing to going full board. And I know that it will probably quadruple, at least, my business. At least. Yes.
For sure. Well done. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Pass it back here.
Hello, what's going on, guys? My name is Ahmed Nofal from San Diego, California, and based on the question that you asked me, Eric, definitely my business is going to take a whole other turn. I mean, I still post on social media on a daily basis, but for me, I would definitely want to go to different platforms, like, for example, YouTube, and have a long-form content. And when you get a long-form content, you can actually get smaller contents in order for you to post on TikTok, on Reels, on Shorts, on Facebook Reels as well. So this will have more reach and more conversations and more conversions.
Amazing. Pass it back. Yep. And before you start, young man, let me just tell you, I want to put an idea in your head. Here's the idea. You're not just learning social media. You're creating a media company around you. Okay? There's a different thinking. My media company around me, my business, my passions, my brand. You need to be thinking of yourself as a media company and not just having your content in one place, but your content being for the world. You're going to deliver it to wherever those eyeballs are. But the concept, you're going to create a media company. You're making a decision to create a media company. Not just post here or there, not do a selfie of your breakfast. That might be a piece of your media brand. But what's the bigger piece? What's stuff that's produced? What's stuff that's raw and just behind the scenes? What's stuff that's for a professional audience? What's stuff for a casual audience? Right? What are all the different ways you can reach the world? Young man, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I am Luciano from Argentina. And I think that, of course, like our friend says, we can get more conversations with more prospects and, of course, get more recruits. But also, if we are a master of the social media, we can get more conversations with our team, and we can add more value to the people that maybe stay starting at the business right now, I don't know if you can get what I'm trying to say,
Yes.
but you can stay in conversation with the entire team and not only with the leaders or maybe with the people that you are working every day. So I think that you are adding more value to all the community, and I think that give more impact to, of course, the entire team and the entire industry.
Excellent, excellent. Give him a big round of applause. Well done. And the mic over there. And I think also social media can be a bit limiting. I want you to, instead of just thinking social media, I want you to think media. Media includes audio. Media includes print. Media includes video. Media includes getting on stages around the world. Media, reaching the world, okay? Not just picking a social media platform and creating some content there. How can you get your content everywhere, right? And then you're gonna learn, how do you convert that content into a business conversation? How do you turn that business conversation into customers and prospects? How do you teach other people how to do the same thing? How do you scale, okay? So let's go to our 3 at home. First one is Brenda. Hi, Brenda. How are you? So, Brenda, tell me, how will your business change if you really make a decision to master the media game?
I think it would really improve my reach. The problem I have today is not consistent, and I don't have a brand, and I feel it's because I don't know the house. So I feel like if I learn more about social media and be more efficient, then I'll do it. It takes me a long time to do it, so then I don't do it.
Yeah, I think consistency. How many here struggle with consistency? Be honest. I struggle with consistency. It's probably my biggest issue. Me sabotaging my own growth by inconsistency. It's just the worst. And I'm going to give you the secret sauce. Again, it's Brenda. I'm going to give you the secret sauce, Brenda, tomorrow on how to be more consistent, how to get unstuck, number one, tomorrow morning, and how to be more consistent in your business, even when you don't feel like it. And this is going to come from a person who is a professional at inconsistency. I could teach courses on inconsistency. If that had any value, boy, I'd be wealthy just from that. It'd be amazing what I could teach on this. But I'll show you how to get unstuck, right? In some areas of my life, I'm still working on pieces of it, but I have cracked some of the pieces, right? So I'm going to give you some of those pieces tomorrow morning. How to get unstuck in network marketing. I got that cold. How to get unstuck in other areas, I'm still working on, but I'm going to tell you about that tomorrow morning. Okay? So everybody give Brenda a big round of applause. Proud of you. Who else we have? Clifton. How you doing, Clifton? Where are you connecting from?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago, good to see you. So if you master social media from Trinidad and Tobago, how's that going to change your business?
I believe that it's going to give me a lot more leverage. And I was challenged at GoPro last year by Jesse Lee to get onto TikTok, and I did that. And I dabbled with it for a little bit, but in the last couple of months, I decided to really go hard at it. And I've been getting about 15 to 20 new customers every month. So I know it's a new distributor, so I know it's going to continue to help my business to expand. And as Alex Morton said, turn my annual income into my monthly income. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
I love it. Give him a big round of applause. Who else is ready to turn their annual income into their monthly income? Put a number 2 in the comments if you're ready to do that. That'd be a pretty good goal, right? All right, let's go to Juan Carlos Valdez. Hey, Juan Carlos, how you doing?
Excellent, thank you. How are you?
Who's the young man sitting next to you?
Oh, my great son, my son.
Hello, what's his name?
Hey, hello everybody. Hello everybody. I didn't want to come here. But anyway.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So tell us how your business will change when you master social media.
Well, at the beginning, I was afraid the social media, like TikTok, to give me unfocus or distracting too much. I was afraid, and I tried to put away the TikTok and other media. But now I start with WhatsApp, start putting some posts, and I have a very good result. And now I'm changing to Facebook and hopefully soon to Instagram. But if I master, I mean, do it as all the teach that you are giving to us, it will be great, definitely. Because it's reaching more and more people that I never think about.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, well, give him a round of applause, everybody. So, for the last 50 years, guess where everybody has started when it comes to building their network marketing business? Close friends and family. And because they've done it wrong for the last 50 years, guess what's created friction and drama? Going to their close friends and family. You know, we teach people a hot market approach in order to be able to reach people and open up their minds and at least have them support the business. But today, yes, you can go and be a gift. If you believe in what you have, be a gift to the people that you care about the most. But for the first time ever, you don't need them. You'd like to help them, but you certainly don't need them. Because the community that you can connect with in the palm of your hand, finding people with the same passion as you can talk about the same things that get you both excited, that you have things in common with, and you can sort through so many people in order to be able to find somebody who naturally wants what you have. The game has changed, but some of us haven't changed with the game. And we're dabbling when we should be mastering. We're inconsistent when we should be owning this space. And guess where the owning starts? It starts with you as leaders. When you crush this, you're going to be the security blanket for your entire team. And they're going to go, wow. And guess what? Guess what's more powerful? Somebody who's gorgeous and beautiful and can dance and can do all the fancy stuff on social media and looks amazing in a swimsuit. And they get followers. Fantastic. Or somebody normal. Or maybe even not quite normal. That still uses their media presence in order to be able to grow a business. What is more inspirational to your team? Normal. Or not even quite normal. That's way more inspiring because everybody's like, if they can do it, I can do it. So if you're gorgeous, use it. Fantastic. Wonderful. If you're very entertaining, wonderful. Spectacular. Be very entertaining. But if you're not, be the best version of you. Be a brand that you are authentically and be the best version of that and use it to grow your media empire, which will help you establish help you not establish, but grow your network marketing business. And you know what else it will do? It will open doors for investment, relationships, and opportunities to present themselves as you have the cash flow in order to be able to put things into businesses, because people will want to do business with you. People will want you to be connected to their brand, not competing with your network marketing thing at all, but they'll want your influence to be around what it is that they're trying to grow. I promise you, you'll turn down more opportunities than you will accept as you just say, I'm a media business. I'm growing a media empire. I'm going to treat this seriously, even if seriously is all I have is my phone. That's it. And I'm going to figure it out. After this, maybe I start to develop a team. You know, we'll see. But step at a time, day at a time, right? Breakthrough at a time, innovation at a time. expanding your mind at a time. Because I've been playing too small too, way too small. For the brand that we've built inside of network marketing, which happened because of social media and GoPro and everything else, and the events that we've done, and all that stuff. But how big should my audience be on social? It's not as big as it should be. I've been playing way too small. So you're going to see that grow because I'm trying to practice what I preach as well. See expanding my imagination of what's possible, reaching more people, doing interesting things, breaking out of the box, innovating, doing stuff that other people aren't necessarily doing. So, okay. So they're sending me notes.